Welcome, and thank you for joining me on the first day of spring for this Sun Salutations practice. So, the Sun Salutations are quite ancient, but they've changed form. The first form of Sun Salutation in yoga practice really goes back to like almost 10,000 years ago, prehistoric times when there wasn't even a written form of yoga. Um, these go back to the Vedas, where mantras to the sun were sung. There were rituals to pay kind of homage, to salute the sun. And this goes back to those, as I said, Vedic times when the peoples of the Indus Valley civilization were worshiping nature and the elements as kind of physical manifestations of the divine. So the sun was revered as the source of life, as the sustainer of life, and as kind of this transforming power as well. So later on, I will introduce you to some of the mantras. The actual physical practice of the sun salutations was developed later, look around the 1920s when it was first written out that these are the postures that make up the sun salutations, and then they were refined by Krishnamacharya, who is kind of considered the father of modern day yoga. So that was in the 30s when he developed his version of the sun salutations. And then his students, you will recognize these names, Iyengar, Patabi Joyce, who developed Ashtanga yoga, they also took these 12 postures and kind of modified them a bit for their own styles of yoga. So yeah, 1920s and 30s is when this flowing sequence came to be. So it's about 100 years now of the sun salutations as we know them. The form that I'm going to share with you today is the Sivananda sequence. So it's different from the Ashtanga, different from the Iyengar slightly. So just so you know, this is the version that we are doing today. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through 2 rounds very slowly. And in the first round, we're going to look at alignment, alternatives, and effects. So what each posture, the alignment of the body in each posture, the effects on the body, and if that posture isn't quite doable for the body, what are other alternatives you can practice in lieu of the kind of classical position. And then the second round, we're going to look at the symbolism and the traditional mantra that goes with that posture, because there is a mantra for each posture in the sequence. Um, and we'll talk about also how the sun as this kind of symbol of life. It's not just the external sun that we see up in the sky, but this light that's within us. So we are saluting both the sun up in the sky. We're also saluting our own inner light that we shine out into the world. Okay. And then finally, we're going to just practice the flowing sequence. I'm aiming for 10 rounds today. Usually in our Thursday morning class, we do 5. So we will practice 10 at least. We shall see how it goes. All right. Also, important to note that if at any point it feels too much, it feels like, I need to stop, or this doesn't feel right in my body, just listen to your body first. Don't feel that you have to do what I'm guiding in the class. Listen to your body first and foremost, and don't push past any pain or strain in the body. Very important. It comes back to really one of the guiding principles of yoga, which is ahimsa, which means nonviolence. Um, and the first way we practice that is through nonviolence to ourselves. We don't hurt ourselves. And there's no practice that we should undertake that would hurt ourselves. Very good. I'm going to change my camera angle now, and then we'll join you on the mat. We're going to start in the very first posture of the Sun Salutations, which is Tadasana, mountain pose. So right now, we are standing at the top of the mat. This is Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's close the eyes for a moment and focus in on the feet, which are really the foundation of this posture. There are two positions you can have the feet in. One is with the feet side by side, with the big toes touching, a bit of space between the heels. And the other option is to have the feet about hip distance apart. I've heard it said that for men, it's more comfortable with the feet side by side, and for women, hip distance is more stable. But I would suggest to try both and to see what feels better in the body. Now, we want the feet pointing directly forward. So what does that mean? It's roughly the second toe that you want pointing forward. Some people say it's the line between the second and third toe. I just go with the second toe. And another good indicator is that it's the outsides of the feet that are usually parallel and not the insides of the feet. So close your eyes, bring all your attention to the feet. You're having them pointing straight ahead. And now let's shift our weight forward in the feet and backwards. I want you to feel the weight of your body shifting in the feet, feeling different parts of the feet pressing into the mat. All right. And now come back to center where your weight is pretty evenly spread, front to back. And now let's shift the weight side to side, and again, feel the different parts of the feet pressing into the mat or becoming lighter on the mat as you shift your weight. Good. And now again, back to center, where all parts of the feet are evenly pressed into the mat. Now let's try this. You can keep the eyes closed, which really helps to draw and hold your attention in the body. We're going to lift up the toes, spreading the toes, and notice how your weight shifts back just a tiny bit towards the heels. We want the weight centered, but there's a tendency that we will usually have our weight a little forward. So sometimes we have to shift back just a touch, and lifting the toes helps to achieve that. Also, when you lift your toes up, you'll feel the arches of the feet kind of waking up. And we want to keep this lift through the arches of the feet. You can put your toes back down. Good. Now you feel like you're rising up through the legs. Rising up through the spine. There's pretty much a straight line from the ankles to the hips, to the shoulders, to the ears. And you feel as if there's like a string at the top of the head that someone is pulling up, helping you lift upwards. The shoulders are back and slightly down. The chin is slightly down. If you open your eyes, you want your line of vision to be parallel with the floor. So for most people, that means tucking the chin just slightly down. Good. All right, so here we are in Tadasana. The arms are relaxed by the sides. There's no need to turn the palms forward or to do anything specific with the arms. They're relaxed by the sides. The chest is open. Good. I like to imagine that from the navel downwards, there's a rooting into the earth. And from the navel upwards, there's like a lifting up towards the sky. All right, let's take a deep breath in. And now exhaling, we'll bring the hands together in front of the heart. So the palms touch, all the fingers touch, and the thumbs rest against the sternum. Good. The chest is still open. You still feel that lift and rooting through the legs. Good. Next movement. On an in-breath, we'll reach the arms forward and up. Now I'm going to give you a side view here. So often when the arms come up, what will happen is that the back will kind of unconsciously arch. The bum will kind of stick out, and there's a pinching in the lower back. So we don't want this. So keep the tailbone drawn downwards. And the arms are lifting up. You can take the hips slightly forward, but the idea is not so much to lean back. The idea is still to lift up. The palms are facing each other and the arms are close to the ears. And you still feel very grounded. Tailbone down, legs rooting down, even though we're now reaching up quite actively through the arms and spine. And if the hips are forward, you'll feel a stretching through the abdomen, through the chest, through the shoulders. Good. Okay, now we're going to soften the legs here, soften the knees. The next movement here is to bend forward. So you're going to reach forward through the arms, through the spine. And for as long as you can, keep the back straight. Now, alternative here, if you have any back issues, you may want to bring your hands to the legs so that the back is not doing quite as much work. Also, I have suggested to soften the knees. That's also to kind of make the posture a bit gentler on the back. But if your back is strong and you feel quite comfortable here, you can do this with the legs completely straight, back completely straight. And now we're just going to come down. So either arms overhead or sliding the hands down the legs. Eventually the back will round, so you're going to drop the head. Okay, so here we are. We're going to stay here for a moment. The legs can be completely straight if you're quite flexible in the hamstrings, or you can soften the knees here. Rest the belly on the thighs. We want to completely relax the neck. The nose is going to move towards the knees. We want the hands beside the feet. So if you lift your head for a moment and look at your hands and feet, the tips of your fingers and tips of the toes should be making a line across your mat. Plant your palms on the mat. Alternative here, if you know that you have wrist issues, you can have fists instead of palms on the mat. And the fists would be with palms facing each other. Okay. So effects here, we are stretching the entire back line of the body. You will feel this especially in your hamstrings, but also we're stretching the entire back, lower back, mid back. And with the neck relaxed, we're creating more space between the vertebrae of the spine, especially in the neck. So it feels quite good for the neck. Helps us to relax the neck. And also, shoulders relax. The weight of the arms is creating a bit of traction in the shoulder joints. So there's a bit more space in the joints of the shoulders as well. All right, the next posture, we're going to take the right foot back. So take a big step back with the right foot and drop the knee. We're going to stay here for a moment. You can point the toes back. Now take a look at your left foot. It should be directly under your left knee. Also, another point here is that once the hands come down in the forward fold that we just did, they're going to stay here. So you're not going to shift the hands around throughout the sun salutations. They stay where you put them down. This posture really stretches the hip flexors. So let the hips move down towards the floor in this pose and feel that the front of your right hip is really opening up. Good. The spine is long and the head is in line with the spine. So in our previous pose, we were letting the head drop, the neck was relaxed. Here, the neck is gently engaged and you're keeping this line through the spine and the head is in line with the spine. Now, let's tuck the right toes underneath. You can lift that knee up off the floor. And we'll step back now with the left foot, coming into plank pose. So alignment, we're aiming for a straight line from ankle to hip to shoulder to ear, pretty much just like we did in Tadasana. There's that same length, that same line. Yeah, if you're finding the shoulders are tiring, you can drop the knees and we can have a straight line from knee to hip to shoulder to ear. All right, so either knees on or off the floor for this plank pose. A point to emphasize here is that this pose strengthens the shoulders, the back, and abdomen. For the shoulders, we don't want to be sinking down into the shoulder joints as I'm doing now. You want to feel like you're lifting through the arms. And rather than the chest kind of hammocking between the shoulders, it's almost more of a bridge shape where we lift through the arms and the upper body is almost making a slight dome shape. So here we are in plank pose. Next, we're going to drop the knees down. And now we have two alternatives. The traditional posture is 8-point pose. So we will leave the feet down on the floor. We'll leave the hips where they are. And we're going to drop the chest between the hands. The chin or forehead will touch down. So big chest opener here. You can feel the back arching. That's another effect of this pose. It helps to open the chest, keeping the spine supple as it moves into an arch. Good. Now, if this pose does not feel comfortable, instead of dropping the heart down between the hands, take your hips back over the heels into a child's pose. Remember, the hands stay where they are. We're not going to shift their position. If you're practicing child's pose, the hips move back, the forehead comes down. Ideally, it touches the mat. All right. Next pose is cobra or cow. So if you're in child's pose, instead of moving into cobra, you can come to hands and knees, reach the heart forward, draw the shoulders back, lift the chin, and again, this is another chest opener. It arches the back, keeping the spine supple. All right, if you were in 8-point pose, then you're going to slide forward, press the belly down into the mat, tops of the feet stay on the mat, heart moves forward, shoulders move back, chin lifts, and you can press the hands down, lifting up a little higher, but avoid fully straightening the arms. We don't want to pinch the lower back. Keep the back engaged. So both of these, cow and cobra, strengthen the back, open the chest, and keep the spine supple. Good. Now, come onto hands and knees if you're in cobra. Tuck toes underneath. Keep hands and feet where they are. We're not going to shift their position. We're going to lift the knees up now, making our way into down dog. Lots to talk about here. You're going to reach the heels back and down. You're going to reach the hands forward and down. If you take a look at your hands, your middle fingers should be pointing forward. And you're going to press not only the wrist down, which is where we usually feel the weight. You're going to press your knuckles down and your finger pads. So the whole hand is helping to bear the weight of the body. Also, as you press the fingers and knuckles down, you'll feel like the arches of the hands engaging. So instead of the hands being flat, you'll feel like there's a little bridge, a little arch in the hands, just like there is an arch in the feet. All right, good. From down dog. The heels are reaching down, the sitting bones are reaching up. You're tilting the tailbone up. The arms are long and straight. We're going to bring the right foot forward, but I want to show you an option here. Usually we will just swing the right foot forward, it'll come between the hands. That's not doable for everybody. So an option is to bring your left knee down first, and then bring the right foot forward between the hands. So either way, right foot forward, left knee down, or left knee down, right foot forward. We're going to make our way into this low lunge. We'll pause here again for now. Letting the hips drop. And again, you'll feel that same hip flexor stretch, but now it's on the left side, not the right. Good. The palms or fists are resting on the floor, on the mat. The left toes are pointing back. The right foot is directly under the right knee. So what I often see, if the foot doesn't come between the hands, is that there's a very tight angle in the knee, and that can actually stress the knee joint. So it's important to have the knee stacked over your heel. Good. And again, if you take a look at your right foot, it's the second toe right beside the big toe that's pointing forward. All right, let's tuck the left toes underneath. You can lift the knee. And now step forward with the left foot. Bring it between the hands. So you see how we come back to this position we were in earlier, where the tips of the fingers and tips of the toes are making a straight line across your mat. The head drops, relax the neck, feel the spaces between the vertebrae opening up. The legs are either completely straight or a tiny bit bent. Either way, tilt your sitting bones up. Now, in a moment, we'll come to stand. If you have any back issues, or if you're protecting your back for some reason, you can do this with the knees slightly bent. And as you come up, you can slide the hands up along the legs for a little extra support. If that's not a concern for you, then you can reach your arms forward, bringing the arms straight close to the ears. Make your way to a flat back, and then come up the rest of the way with that flat back. As you stand, again, you can move the hips a little forward, which will gently arch the back. Again, we're opening the chest, lengthening the abdomen, opening up the shoulder joints. And now arms back down by the sides. And a note about that movement. Many classes I've been to in the Sivananda tradition, the arms just come straight down, forward, and down. However, another option, which I've also encountered and I like, is to bring the hands down first into prayer position, and then on the same out breath, hands down by the sides. So you can do either. We'll do, in the flowing sequence, it's an inhale to stand, And then an exhale to bring the hands down. You can have them right down by the sides, or inhaling, stand, exhaling, hands to prayer, and then down. Okay, so now we get ready for the left side. And on this left side, we'll talk a bit about the mantras and the symbolism. All right, so again, let's align the body. I'll do this one facing you. Get the feet in position. Center the weight on the feet. Maybe again, lift the toes for a moment and then place them back down. You take a deep breath in. And then exhaling, we bring the hands together. And the very first mantra for this first posture is Om Mitraya Namaha, which means salutations, Namaha, we salute, or salutations, to the friend of all, to the one who is the friend of all. So of course the sun shines on everyone and everything. Doesn't matter if they're good or bad. If we want to use that duality, it doesn't matter. The sun shines equally on all. And as we stand in this pose, we can feel also that in this posture, we are saluting one and all. Because the light, there is light, whether we can see it or not, in one and all. Okay, next pose, inhaling, the arms reach forward and up. And the mantra for this posture is Om Ravaya Namaha, which means salutations to the radiant one. So here we're lifting up towards the sun, receiving the radiant rays of the sun. At the same time, we are shining our radiant self as well. Good, exhaling, reaching the arms forward and down, coming into our forward fold. Knees can slightly bend. The mantra is Om Suryaya Namaha, meaning the one who dispels darkness. We're saluting to the one who dispels darkness. So we're coming down from our heights right down to all the places in our being, in our lives, in our communities that need more light, that need more joy, that need more love. And now left foot back. We're doing the second side. So now it's the left foot that goes back. We drop the knee. We plant the hands down. We slightly lift the chin. The mantra here is Om Banave Namaha. Salutations to the one who brings light. To the one who brings light. So we dispel darkness and we bring light. This is what the sun does for us and what we can do in our own lives as well. Now, tucking the left toes underneath. We're going to bring the right foot back beside the left. Strong arms, strong back, strong abdomen. Om Kagaya Namaha, meaning salutations to the one who flies through the skies. And I think it's very fitting that we're in plank pose because in a sense, we feel like we are flying, right? There's a sense of hovering above the earth, flying above the earth. Good, drop the knees down, either child's pose or 8-point pose. Om Pushne Namaha. Salutations to the one who nourishes all. Again, the pose hits the mantra. We're coming down to the earth. We're nourishing the earth. The sun is nourishing the earth, meeting the earth. Good. And either 8-point pose or child's pose here. Both, the body comes down to meet the earth. Inhaling now, sliding forward. into either cow or cobra. Om Hiranya Garbhaya Namaha. Salutations to the golden womb of life. And again, with the belly on the floor in cobra, or the belly down in cow pose, we are bringing attention and prana to this womb of life, our creative force, our creative drive. Good. And now tucking toes underneath, coming to down dog. Remember, hands and feet stay where they are. Sitting bones tilt up, heels reach back and down. So weight back through the feet, but forward through the hands. Relax the neck. Om Marichaya Namaha. Salutations to the Lord of the Dawn. Ideally, the yogi will also rise at dawn for their morning practice. Now, inhaling left foot forward. Remember, the right knee can drop down first or after. Bringing the foot between the hands, dropping the hips down. Good. Om Adityaya Namaha. Salutations to the child of the skies. I like this sequence of 3 mantras. So saluting the golden womb of life, that's the mother image there. Saluting the Lord of the dawn, there's the father image. And here, saluting the child of the skies. So saluting that playful energy, that playfulness within us, which is part of our life, our light. Good. Now exhaling, the back foot comes forward beside the front. Om Savitre Namaha. Saluting the source of all life. This light within us is the source of our life, the source of our physical life, our actions, our body, our thoughts, words, deeds. All right, next in-breath, we're reaching the arms forward and up, coming to stand. You can have soft knees here or completely straight legs. Om Arkaya Namaha. Hips can move slightly forward as you reach up. Good. Om Arkaya Namaha. Salutations to the one who removes the stress. And now arms down by the sides as you exhale. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. Salutations to the one who illumines, or illuminates, or enlightens all beings. All right. So there we go. Symbolism, mantras. Now let's put it all together for our practice. Ready? Here we go. Aligning the feet. And once you're familiar with the movements and don't need to see them, I do encourage you to do them with the eyes closed. You get quite a different experience, a more internalized experience. Good. Let's start. Deep breath in. Exhaling, palms together. Inhaling, reach the arms forward and up. Exhaling, reach the arms forward and down. Hands come by the feet. Inhale, right foot back. Lower the knee, lift the chin. And now hold the breath. Come to plank. Exhaling, drop the knees first. Child's pose or 8-point pose. Inhaling, lift the heart. Shoulders back, chin slightly up, either cow or cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Long, strong arms and legs. Reaching forward through hands, back through feet. Inhaling, right foot forward, between the hands, left knee down. Chin up. Exhaling, left foot forward, between the hands, head down. Inhaling, reaching the arms forward and up. Exhaling, arms by the sides. Good, left side, inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, left foot back. Drop the knee. Now hold the breath, plank. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Open the chest, arch the back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Right knee down. Exhale, right foot forward. Head down, nose towards knees. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, arms by the sides. Second round, right side, inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, right foot back, drop the knee. Hold the breath, plank, strong arms. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left knee down. Exhale, left foot forward, head down. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, arms by the sides, left side, deep breath in. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach forward and down. Inhale, left foot back, drop the knee, lift the chin, hold the breath, plank, strong arms, strong back. Exhale, down to the mat, child's pose or 8-point pose. Inhale, heart forward, shoulders back in cower cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhaling, left foot forward, right knee down. Exhaling, right foot forward, head down. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Exhale, arms by the sides, third round, inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, right foot back. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, arms by the sides, left side, inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, left foot back. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, hands by the sides. Fourth round, inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, right foot back. Drop the knee. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left knee down. Exhale, left foot forward, head down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, arms by the sides. Left side, inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, left foot back, drop the knee, lift the chin, hold the breath, plank. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Exhale, right foot forward, head down. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, arms by the sides. Fifth round, inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, right foot back. Drop the knee. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left knee down. Exhale, left foot forward, head down. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, arms by the sides. Left side, inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, left foot back. Hold the breath. Plank. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Exhale, right foot forward, head down. Check the feet, check the hands. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, arms by the sides. Sixth round. Inhale. Exhale, palms together. Om Mitraya Namaha. Om Ravaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Right foot back. Om Banave Namaha. Om Kadaya Namaha. Om Ushne Namaha. Om Hiranya Garbhaya Namaha. Om Marichaye Namaha. Om Adityaya Namaha. Om Savitri Namaha. Om Arkaya Namaha. Om Vaskaraya Namaha. Left side, deep breath in. Salutations to the friend of all. Salutations to the Radiant One. Salutations to the one who dispels darkness. Left foot back. Salutations to the one who brings light. Salutations to the one who travels through the skies. Salutations to the one who nourishes all beings. Salutations to the golden womb of life. Salutations to the Lord of the dawn. Salutations to the child of the skies. Salutations to the source of all life. Salutations to the one who removes distress. Salutations to the one who illumines and enlightens all. 7th round, inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, right foot back. Drop the knee. Hold the breath. Light. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward, head down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands by the sides. Left side, inhale. Om Mitraya Namaha. Om Ravaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Banave Namaha. Om Kagaya Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Hiranya Garbhaya Namaha. Om Marichaye Namaha. Om Adityaya Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Arkaya Namaha. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. 8th round, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot back. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot back. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 9th round. Inhale. Om Mitraya Namaha. Om Ravaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Right foot. Om Banave Namaha. Om Kakaya Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Hiranya Garbhaya Namaha. Om Marichaye Namaha. Om Adityaya Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Akaya Namaha. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. Deep breath in, left side. Salutations to the friend of all. Salutations to the radiant one. To the one who removes or dispels darkness. To the one who brings light. Salutations to the one who travels through the skies, who nourishes all life, who is the golden womb of life, and the Lord of the dawn. Salutations to the child of the skies, to the source of all life, to the one who removes distress, to the one who illumines and enlightens all beings. 10th round, inhale, exhale, palms together. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, right foot. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale down to the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, arms by the sides. Left side, last one, inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, left foot back. Drop the knee. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Exhale, right foot forward, head down. Inhale, reach forward and up, coming to stand. Exhale, arms by the sides. Great, stay here in Tadasana, feeling the body. We did 10 full rounds, 10 on each side, so it felt like 20. Notice the difference in body and mind. And now make your way onto your back. We'll finish this part of our class with a rest in Shavasana. So come to lie on the back. The shoulders a bit away from the ears. You can slide the tailbone towards the feet. The arms and legs are a bit apart. And the palms face upwards. Shavasana, this pose, is a posture in its own right. The translation of Shavasana is corpse pose. It's an interesting In meaningful juxtaposition, we've just been practicing the sun salutations, saluting the giver of life. And now we're practicing Shavasana, corpse pose, letting go of the body, letting go of effort. Well, yoga teaches us there is a place for both, and both are sacred: life and death, the letting go. And actually, we learn this through every breath cycle. There's the in-breath, where we're filling up with breath, filling up with life, and the out-breath, where we let it go. So now, allowing the body to rest, allowing the body to release its effort and any tension it may be carrying. Feeling the softness in the body. In yoga, we sometimes talk about the nadis, the energy channels, and the chakras, the energy centers. Our asana practice, our posture practice, including the sun salutations, helps our energy, our prana, to flow more freely through the nadis, through the channels. And this helps to kind of enliven the body, re-energize the body, rebalance the body. And with rebalancing, there are many ways to feel that, but part of that is the kind of energy to act and to be active in the world, but also that very grounded energy that we experience in Shavasana, but also postures like Tadasana, which are very grounded, rooted. All right, just a few more breaths here. Enjoying a relaxed body and mind. And as you rest here, I'm going to sing to you another mantra to the sun. It's called the Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhurбhuva Suvah Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurбhuva Suvah Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurбhuva Suvah Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. And now wiggling your fingers and toes, circling your wrists and ankles a few times both ways. Even though the body is now moving, still feel that inner stillness, that inner relaxation. Inhaling, stretching out the arms and legs now long. Exhaling, release. Bring your knees to your chest, your hands to your knees, and rock from side to side. Good. And now roll to one side. Make your way to sitting. We'll finish with our closing mantra, Om Shanti, 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 Om. Peace for body, mind, and spirit. You can sing with me. Deep breath in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Namaste.